go see Fairbank today.
Some of the buildings will be closed. We won't be able to get in any of them, and that's okay. Oh, let's have one of these. I'll just read to you. Fairbank was an old West Railroad town founded in 1882 during the Tombstone Silver Boom. From 1882 to 1903, Fairbank was Tombstone's train depot. The town had an elegant hotel with a restaurant and bar, a post office, several businesses, and a school. Chinese farmers raised crops along the river. A review of the 1920 census reveals there were 270 people living in Fairbank. 67 of them were born in the United States and appear to be of European American descent. That's 24%. 5% were Chinese, identified as being born in China, and 70% were Hispanic, identified as being born in Mexico or the children born in Arizona. The famous and infamous historical characters of Tombstone passed through Fairbank. Manufactured goods bound for Tombstone came here first. Concentrated ore and cattle were shipped out. Fairbank was not as wild as Tombstone or Charleston, but it had its share of colorful residents and events, including the train robbery of 1900. Famous lawman Jeff Milton was a Fairbank resident for some time. With several historic buildings remaining, Fairbank is now part of the San Pedro Riparian National Conservation Area. The area is open daily for the public to enjoy. Friends of the San Pedro River operate a bookstore, museum, and a historic school that is open 9:30 to 4:30, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We'll see what we can see. Post office and gas station. Closure of the post office in 1972 marked the official end of the town. Which would explain some of the limitations, I hate to say it, but keep animals from going inside. There's no water tank there. I'm not sure I ever noticed that. That's the school over there. We'll go check this guy out. He's got power. Of course. If they were running all the way up to 72.
Fairbank was founded in 1882 when the New Mexico and Arizona Railroad reached the confluence of the San Pedro and Kumari rivers. Local ranchers Harry McKinney and William Hall filed for the land, drew up the plan for a town, and started selling lots. The town had several names. Kendall, Junction City, Y, and finally Fairbank. By March of 1882, there was a store, a mercantile, smithy, saloon, and houses. Businesses catered to passengers and freight going to and from Tombstone. Stagecoach rides from Fairbank to Tombstone cost $1.50, about $36 today. At the Grand Central Mill, which processed silver ore from Tombstone. Others worked in town for businesses or at surrounding ranches. A group of Chinese settlers raised crops along the river. They employed town residents in their, quotes, Chinese gardens. Fairbank had about 300 residents in the 1890s. Fairbank was a railroad town. Starting with the New Mexico and Arizona Railroad in 1882, 4 different railroads operated in the town. Phelps Dodge, the Bisbee Copper Mining Company, built 2 of these, the Arizona and Southeastern, which reached Fairbank in 1888, and the El Paso and Southwestern, 1901. By 1924, ownership of these lines was consolidated by the Southern Pacific Railroad, whose transcontinental route ran through Benson just north of Fairbank. By the 1920s, a network of rail lines connected Tombstone, Bisbee, Fort Huachuca, Patagonia, and other cities in the area. Fairbank sat at the crossroads between the lines leading to these destinations. By the 1900s, many Fairbank residents worked maintaining the tracks and machines of these railroads. Most others worked in businesses catering to passengers or on the Little Boquillas Ranch. And that is verified in the census. I see that. I can hear the host over in his RV. Railroad Avenue, Mercantile, Cemetery, Grand Central Mill, and that's a bit of a trot. San Pedro River. All right. Obviously, very well kept. I'll read this sign to you. It starts with "On the right track." The people of Fairbank enjoyed exotic foods such as oysters on the half shell packed in ice and other goods brought in on the trains. Nearly everything moved by train. Building materials, manufactured goods, and foodstuffs came to Fairbank while ore and cattle left. Stucco underneath. New paint job for sure. The old gas pump. Right next to that must have been the Montezuma Hotel site. Built in 1889 to serve railroad passengers, the hotel offered rooms, a restaurant, a saloon. In August 1894, the hotel was badly damaged during a San Pedro River monsoon flood. 4 feet of water, mud, and sand inundated the hotel. Following this, the hotel was rebuilt higher up on a stone platform. By 1909, Arthur Haney, owner of the Mercantile, purchased the hotel and renamed it the Fairbank Hotel. Almost anyone on their way to mining towns in the area had to pass through Fairbank. Here, one could rest at a nice hotel, have an elegant dinner, shop at the general store, catch a stage to Tombstone, or a train to Benson, Bisbee, or even to Mexico. This sign discusses water for mining for life. It says it took enormous amounts of water to run the silver stamp mills and quench the thirst of mules and men. The water of the San Pedro River was the essential ingredient to mining that Tombstone lacked. Until water was, quote, struck during underground mining, all of the ore was processed near the most reliable water source, the San Pedro River. Nearby towns, quotes, dried up once the ore processing mill was built in Tombstone. Okay. Definitely gonna go this way. It's only 3/10 of a mile. Folks just can't stop with their graffiti. That's the old station.
Let's go see where this goes.
3/10 of a mile. What do you think? How much time? I see a lot of wildflowers out here. What is that? Are they just not blooming yet? We see some buds, don't we? Yes.
Well, that isn't quite the design. It's a dove. I have them in my backyard every day. I'm gonna snack on my flowers. I didn't have a backpack yesterday. I tried a half-mile hike to a cave, straight up. I about died at the top. Yeah, that was just all wrong for me. So the backpack today, water. Strangers stopped and gave me water. I think I didn't know how to live here. All right. Oh, there's a nice bench. Oh, you know how I feel about those. It's about what it's like, really. Although, to be honest, those grasses are going to be green if the riparian's in full bloom. If the cottonwoods are in full bloom, those grasses will be green. As you see, the grasses are turning green now. Just because it's spring. We haven't had any water or anything, any rain, but yeah. Oh, this is nice. Did I get a picture of the other one? Okay. You see the light color wash? During monsoons, that will fill up into a torrent. Hopefully most of it goes underground so that we can use it later in our aquifer. Let me go back and take a photo of this one if I didn't. Oh. You know what I gotta do. You know I gotta do this. Oh yes. I'm not gonna lie. If it fits. And it does fit. This is nice. I could sit here and eat Cheetos. I have Cheetos. Maybe I will. I would presume some of this has washed out from, overflowed from monsoons. Oh my. Oh, it's hard to believe we're in the middle of the desert, isn't it? Even the high desert.
Not familiar with them bringing the horses down here. I don't see tracks, and I've never encountered a horse down here. My goodness, it's so low today, but listen, it is humongous. I am, of course, talking about the San Pedro River. This is very soft sand here. Riverbank.
I've never come all the way down to the river since I've been here. Not at this location. I've certainly been down to the river. Isn't this beautiful? Motorcycle. There's a cool breeze down here because we're near the water. Highway 82, I'm guessing. And the river. Again, this gets much bigger when rains start. And the beautiful cottonwoods. Let's see if I can get a shot. Nope, don't want to look up my nose. We already had problems with that before. Alright. Let us head to the cemetery. 4/10 of a mile. An old thing. I don't know what it is. Well, I better just real quick try it out. My battery's running low and I want to have enough. Yep, it does fit. It's a little wobbly. No idea. Ghost town stuff. Oh, here's the way to the cemetery. Good. It's on that hill right there. I'm just trying to imagine them toting people up this hill all the time, or why they decided on it. Whew. If it fits, just have a little sits. The typical artifact signs. Don't steal it. I really want to get this on film for you. Last time I was here a couple years ago, I saw deer in the valley. Riparian, you all know that by now. San Pedro River and the cottonwoods. There were stamps near here, stamp mills. The ore, processed the ore, the silver. It seems much more overgrown than before. I don't remember that there weren't any markers of any sort. My goodness gracious. This is certainly taking a beating. Oh, people have thrown in coins for whoever this is. Someone beloved. My goodness gracious. Oh, this is taking a beating. You know, monsoons really, really are destructive. Oh, that's a little one, isn't it? Look at this one. That's a jet from the nearby Air Force Base at Davis-Monthan flying over. They practice. I don't see it, but I hear it. I don't think this is vandalism. This is just weather and things growing up over people's tombs. Perhaps the folks that lived here in the late 60s, 70s just chose to be buried somewhere else. By then, folks are retiring up to, Tucson and beautiful wildflowers. I love them. Hello. Hello. You're still here. Concrete cross. You know, a lot of cemeteries are, you know, weather beaten. I talked about that when I was in St. David the other day at the cemetery there. They're hard to preserve. Here we go. Here's the way in. This one has really managed to succeed, hasn't it? Mary Nelson, wife of B. McCullough, died February 9th, 1899. Hello. I walked on the outside and now I'm on the inside. Well, there's not much they can do without retrieving the bodies and doing DNA to figure out who's here and in what location exactly. This might have been a whole family. Back down we go. It's so quiet out here. The stamp mills would have been going 24 hours a day. It would not have been quiet. And the nearest stamp mill would have been in that direction. Not too awfully far. About a mile and a half. Back to the parking lot. Yay.